Hey there, everyone. This is Jeremy, the tier list Andy, and today we have Super Smash Bros. Melee Friendship Edition. What we're deciding here is who do we want to be friends with here, and what level of friend they are going to be for us. Whether they're going to be our best friend, all the way down to leave me alone. And speaking of leave me alone, we got Bowser right off the bat. We don't need Bowser. You don't need Bowser in your life. He's toxic. He's going to make you question a lot of things about yourself. And he's gonna drag you into scenarios that you don't want to find yourself in. That's not a true friend. Quick drink break. Um, Captain Falcon. Falcon's cool. Falcon's not a best friend because Falcon is his own best friend. So I'm gonna say close friend. He still wants to, feel good. He wants people cheering him on. So he's gonna be around there. He's gonna make it known that he's a good person, that he could do so many things to impress you, to entertain you. But he's never gonna move into that best friend spot. He's a close friend. Actually, he might think that he's your best friend. And you're going to say that he's your best friend, but he's not your best friend. I think that's a good spot for Falcon. Donkey Kong seems like a nice guy. He's got some jokes. He's kind of goofy. I think that's a close friend. He's got food. He's got bananas. Dr. Mario, I almost want to say, Dr. Mario, leave me alone. Because this is the friend that, like, you go out to a bar or, like, you smoke, like, a joint or something. You do something that's not good for you, and they're going to let you know about it. They're going to say, like, hey, you should have gotten the salad instead of the chicken tenders. Hey, you should be drinking water instead of pop. Hey, when's the last time you got a checkup at the doctor's? Which is a nice thing to say. I will say that. However, you're not my mother. You don't need to tell me that. Unless my mother's not telling me that, then I kind of do. So we're gonna put him at leave me alone. You don't need to min max my life, Dr. Mario, and I feel like that's exactly what Dr. Mario would do. Falco's exactly like Falcon. However, Falco wants you to be his friend. Falco wants friends. He just has a hard time accepting them. So Falco's a friend. Falco could be a close friend, but he needs to work out some anger in himself. He needs to look inside and figure out this is not the way to act. So we'll keep it right here. Fox. Fox is always going to be there when you need Fox to be there. And that's a great thing. And that's what you're looking for in a friend. Fox is never going to think that something's too big to do or too little to do. They're just happy to be there. Put Fox into a close friend. I'm going to move it above Donkey Kong. Um, I think Ganondorf is an easy one to understand. You don't want to be friends with Ganondorf. You don't want to be friends with Bowser. They're going to make you feel bad about yourself. They're going to try to change you. It's not good. Ice Climbers is they're the friend that, like, either you're friends with one of them and they keep bringing their significant other. And there's nothing wrong with that. However, it does take more to get to know them. I think it's going to be friend just because they care more about each other than they care about being your friend to be a close friend. However, they usually do find one close friend and kind of stick with it. So we'll keep them right there. I think that's a good spot. Jigglypuff is I think Jigglypuff's fun. Jigglypuff likes to sing, but Jigglypuff, sleeps too much. It's like you go over their house, you put on a movie, you look over, they're sleeping. And there's nothing wrong with that if you're tired, but every single time that I'm over, you can't make sure that you slept enough to hang out with me. And maybe I'm not the good friend in saying that. Jigglypuff is just a friend. We'll put Jigglypuff right here. Kirby's great. However, Kirby is going to take your personality from you. You're going to have your own personality, and Kirby's just going to mimic it and not be their own person. So I think Kirby's a friend that thinks that they're your best friend. That's what I'm thinking. They think that if they're exactly like you, you're going to be their best friend. And that's just not the way it is. Link. Link doesn't have time for friends, I feel like. Link's nice. Link can help you out. We'll put Link just as a friend. Link doesn't look for friends. I think Luigi. Luigi is a best friend. They're kind of hard on themselves, so you got to kind of boast them up a little bit, but they love to have fun. The only thing that sucks is when the going gets tough, Luigi's gone. They're out of there. So we're going to keep Luigi right there. Mario's a close friend. Mario's always going to be there when you need him to. And that's, again, what you're looking for in a friend. Marth. I think Marth is in the same area of Link, and they're kind of looking the same way, too. They're looking down at you. And that's what I think is kind of the vibe from both of them, is that they think that they're better than you. They have more important stuff to do than hanging out. But again, they're still not like a jerk or anything like that. Even though looking down at somebody is obviously a jerk move. Confident with that one. You two know. Mr. Game & Watch. I think Mr. Game & Watch is a best friend. And let me tell you why. Mr. Game & Watch cooks for you when you know, like maybe you had a sleepover. Maybe you're coming over at dinner time. They're like, you know what, just cook up some bacon and everything like that. They're a little goofy. They got a little bell action. I don't know. That's a best friend for me. So then you take them, and then you could put them both in the close friends. They're a good group. They're having fun. Look how smiley they are. The rosy cheeks. I trust them. Ness. Ness is obviously a close friend. Play baseball with you. Show you his yo-yo tricks. You know, has a little bit of special abilities to show you with the lightning, with the fire, the psychics. That's an interesting friend. That's somebody that you want to keep around. Peach doesn't have time again for friends. However, Peach comes from royalty, so I think that Peach thinks everyone is their best friend. I think that feels right. This is more of like a pet. Pichu and Pikachu is more like a pet, so I think of them as a close friend. You know, you're close friends with your pet. Maybe some people have their pets as their best friends, but I would say pets are the close friend because they do a lot of stuff that makes you upset. Roy is the better version of Marth. Roy is a close friend. Roy is, starting off a little bit goofier with the sword. Still humble. Doesn't have the ego factor going on as Link and Marth. Much humbler. That's a good friend. Samus is literally a bounty hunter. I would say leave me alone. I think that if you do something or like you ended up on a wanted poster somehow, I mean, Samus is going to turn you in for money. Samus just wants money, does not want friends. Sheik, I don't think you trust a ninja. They're just too sneaky. You don't want your friends sneaking around too much. We got Yoshi. Yoshi's again a pet. That's a close friend. Young Link is not as cocky. Same thing as Roy. Put it right next to Roy. Zelda's the same as Peach. Oh, and then the both of them. Yeah, you just put them right there. I think that you have Luigi as a best friend. And I think that I hit this on the head. Maybe questionable on Kirby, but I think I got good reasonings for Kirby. So with that being said, I think that we nailed this list. Oh, we got a cat scratching at the